So today we're going to be making the electric guitar out of this pallet. This is a part of my school project making stuff out of recycled materials. So we're going to be getting the longer bits off because we need it for the fretboard. We're going to put the pieces of wood through the saw. I will not be allowed to do this, so I'm going to hand it over to Dad. So these are the pieces, the planks that we've got from the pallet. So we're going to stick them all together to make a solid piece of wood, and then we're going to draw and cut out the body of the electric guitar. So we've glued them all, and we've also clamped all of them. So we've got ones on the bottom and top so it doesn't pop out. And now what we're going to do is we're going to use a wet wipe or rag to get all the excess glue off. So it's the next day, and now we're going to take all the clamps off of the body. Finished cutting out the outline of the guitar, and this is what it looks like. So we've got to do some sandings around these areas and at the top here, and then we can start all the other things we need to do. And we also are going to start taking off the clamps for the fretboard. Unclamped the fretboard here, and eventually we'll have to get a planer, plane this into a curve here and attach it to the actual body of the guitar. So now we're going to do the curve of the guitar body, and to do that we're going to be using this machine. This is the fretboard. The curve is made from a sanded out piece of wood. So it's curved here, you put the sanding paper on there, and then you just do that. And then the little cuts in the fretboard is made by this Japanese hand saw for very precise cuts. So we're gonna make the fretboard have a slightly different colour using this wood dye. So we are putting the frets in, which are these little pieces of brass here. These, if you push the strings against them, will give you different sounds when you pluck them. So we're using super glue, and then we're hammering it in with a plastic mallet. So now we're going to be using a spoke shave to create a curve on the neck of the guitar. So we've finished the frets all along the fretboard, and I've also added the white nut at the top, which is this for all these strings to be in place with. So we have finished with the router at the top here, and then we've used some Forstner bits to cut out the holes for all the places to go into. So this fits perfectly in there, that goes there, and then that goes in the middle. There. And then we have the fully completed neck and fretboard. And we can just slot that in right there. And eventually that will be glued in, and we will put the strings on too. So this is the final product of my homework assessment for school, and here it is. So we've attached these strings and we've also attached the neck and fretboard to the body of the guitar and stuck the main bits of the guitar and wires connected there. So this is now ready for school. Isn't it amazing what you can make out of a old wooden wet pallet? Oh, it's so cool.